Got a package in the mail today. Got my Fly More kit. Only thing I'm still waiting on is the controller. Ooh, it's a big box. Also ordered some more props, just in case. So the battery time is great, but you definitely want more batteries. You're going to want more flight time. They always do such a good job with their packaging. So basically, you're just getting the hub, which holds 4 batteries. And the 2 additional batteries. So with the 3 batteries, should have a combined flight time 40-45 minutes. You're going to be doing that charging in between. It's an intelligent charger, so like all of DJI multi-port chargers, sensors are in the battery and also in the charger. So you know, or I should say it knows which one it's going to take first. So it's going to take the battery that's going to take the shortest amount of charge time, charge that one first, take the next one in a sequence, and so forth and so on till they're all charged up. Reason for that, right, you want to get back in the air as quickly as you can. So the one that's going to take the least amount of time to charge, it will charge first. No real guidance with anything that I've seen or anything from DJI that says once the batteries are plugged in here, how should the hub go? Should it, go like this? They're little rubbery type feet on the bottom of the hub itself. So you would think that it would want to sit like this, but it kind of plops over when it does that. I've just been charging it, sitting them up like this. Even with the single hub one that came with it, I would do it that way. It just seems like for battery cooling and taking the stress off of everything, they're just kind of happy sitting like this. I haven't seen anybody say anything different. That just seems to work best for me, especially with batteries after using them, they're really quite warm. You get a lot of cooling area. Only spot that's covered is the bottom, which has that little area there. So, it's getting some extra cooling there. It's not sitting right on the surface. Can't wait for that regular controller to come in. For my purposes, being primarily real estate, I need a little bit different control than this is going to give me. And I'll show you, but for the example, I like to circle around items. Much more difficult to do with this. A little bit easier with this when you change some of the settings, and I'm going to go over that probably in a subsequent video. But I like to circle around items or pan as I'm rising. Certain things are a little tougher to do with this with really, really good control versus having a traditional remote controller. But once I get that other remote controller in, I'll do a comparison between the two and see. I could be wrong. Maybe this thing is pretty good and I just need to get used to it some more. I'm trying to get in as much flight time as I can. It's been raining the past couple of days, but the next couple of days are supposed to be great. So I'm going to be out there. Now that I have multiple batteries, I'm going to hit a couple of my favorite spots. In case you haven't noticed, I like to do that really low level, fast, and going through things with the FPV. So we'll get out there and have some more fun. I'll talk about some of the settings, specifically like turtle mode being one of them. If you get yourself into a crash and the drone lands over on its back, there's a mode you can get to in the settings that will flip it back over. Does it make a difference If you have the traditional controller or the motion controller, it's the settings from inside the goggles. It's using the touchpad. Swipe into the menu. Go down into settings. Control. And from control, go down into turtle mode. And if you tap on the turtle mode, that will flip over your drone. Another cool setting is the head tracking. When you tap on that, the gimbal or the drone or camera view is now going to look where you were looking. The caveat to that is that's not the direction the drone is going to fly. It's still going to fly towards that little circle in the display, but especially when you're doing like a dive, if you're looking down, you get more of that diving effect when you're using the motion controller. And as always, it's just incredibly fun to rip around with this little drone. Remember, this view is 1080 going through the goggles, totally unedited. Hope you liked the video and found it informative. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.